Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Swami Namine Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chait Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaur Tushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So we are starting to discuss on 17th chapter today. Okay, let me see if the video on is able to keep it okay or not. Okay. Okay. So welcome for the 17th chapter discussion. The last time we discussed on the 16th chapter, where we were talking about how Lord Shri Krishna is speaking about the three modes, continuing from the 15th chapter, where he described about the tree of the metal attachment, and he was discussing the different types of fruits, basically Devi and Asuri Sampad in the next chapter. And first three verses described about the Devi Sampat, what are the qualities of the devotees, and then rest of the chapter described about the Asuri Sampat, the demons. And Krishna concluded with the verse, Yah Sastra Vidhim Utsrijya Vartate Kamakaratah Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti Na Sukhamnam Param Gatim. So like that the 16th chapter ended. And there we had actually marked one very important verse that Vartate Kamakaratah. That those people who give up, what they give up, Shastra Vidhim Utsrijya, those who have given up the Shastra Vidhi, the rules prescribed in the Shastra, and they give up and do what? Vartate Kamakaratah. They do actions according to their own whims, not according to the scriptures. So what happens to them? Na sa siddhim avapnoti. He neither attains perfection, na sukham na param gatim, nor happiness, nor liberation in the next life. Like that. So therefore, Krishna advises, therefore, tasma shastram pramanam te karya akarya vyavasthito. So Arjuna, what you should do is you should follow the shastra pramanam te, and what you should do, karya akarya, action and inaction, both. You should be actually doing it as prescribed by the Shastra. Gyatva Shastra Vidhanuktam Karma Kartum Iha Arhasi. And you should do it as per the explanation in the Shastra. Gyatva Shastra Vidhanuktam. You should know the Shastric injunctions and then act according to them. Okay. And now 17th chapter, Krishna is being asked another question by Arjuna. And where Arjuna will ask about these three modes more. And he will specifically ask about those people who are like not acting as per the scriptures. Okay, Shastra Vidhim Utsrijya, that category. Okay, so one category was already explained in previous chapter. Kam Karatah category was explained that they don't follow the scriptures, but they act according to their own whims. Okay, so please note that the last chapter actually already explained about that category. Okay, so I'll write here. So the first category, which was there in the 16th chapter, which was explained. Okay. Yeah. So we have the 16th chapter where it was explained the person who is acting according to their own whims. So the word used for that is called kam karatah. Okay. So where did it come? Which verse? Second last verse. Okay. Of the previous chapter. What is the verse number? 17.23. Okay. This was explained there. So this was the first category. What is their destination? That was explained in that same verse. So nasa siddhim avapnoti. Na sukham na param gatim. Okay. Na siddhi, na sukha, and na param gatim. Means na liberation. Okay. These are the results of this first category. What they will attain. Okay. So this chapter, I request devotees to be little more attentive. Okay. Generally, yeah, all devotees are attentive only. But I am saying in general, you should be more attentive in this chapter because the first six verses are going to be difficult if you don't put your attention and you won't understand the details. Okay. Second, Kam Karatah was this. So, what is explained in this chapter? Shraddha Traya Vibhag Yoga. Okay, Prabhupada titles it as the divisions of faith. Okay, Shraddha is faith, divisions is Vibhag. Okay, three Traya Yoga. Okay, the the person who is going to practice this is going to be described here. Okay, so three divisions of faith basically that will be described. Okay, so previous chapter, as I am telling, that it described already one category, Kam Karatah. Okay, which category is this? Okay, these are all Swabhava Jam category. Okay, means Swabhava Jam. Okay, this one particular word Arjuna is going to use in the first verse. Okay, so we will explain this word. Okay, Swabhavajam categories. So what is first is this, second and third we will be seeing after we read this verse. Okay, otherwise you may not get the context. But just to put the previous chapter in context, oh sorry, not 17, 16, 16.23, previous chapter. Okay, just to put the previous chapter in the context of this chapter. Okay, I am writing this 16.23 described Kamkarata and their attainments clearly, which are already the part of this chapter actually. This category is part of this chapter. And what are they called? Their nickname is Asura. Okay. That category is called Asura. Okay. So Asura means they are those people who you remember that they want to enjoy. Okay. Ishwaro Aham Bhogi, and I am the one who is actually the enjoyer. I am God. All these things, na? That is what they have consciousness. So they are called Asura. Okay, so these people are described as Kamakarata. They don't follow any scriptures. Okay, so they don't have the faith in scriptures. They don't follow scriptures. Okay, so they don't follow scriptures. But what they follow? They follow their Swabhav. Okay, Swabhav they are able to follow. Means whatever impressions they have got in material world since they have been existing here, they follow that. They don't follow what is given in Shastra. Okay. So that was one category of that was explained in the 16th chapter. Okay. This first category was explained in the 16th chapter. Second and third will be explained in 17th chapter. As we discuss, we will see what are they. Okay. So the first section is the modes determine one's faith and worship. Okay. Which modes? Three modes. Which are the three modes? Sattva, Rajas, and Tamaha, which we have seen in 14th chapter already. So we will see what are the queries of Arjuna. Okay. Arjun Uvacha Ya Shastra Vidhim Utsrijya Vartat Yajante Shraddhayanvitaah Tesham Nishtha Tu Ka Krishna Sattvam Aho Rajastamaha. Yeah, Nimai Prabhu, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Arjuna inquired, Arjuna inquired, Arjuna Uvacha, O Krishna, Krishna, what ka is the situation, nishtha, of those who, giving up utsrijya, the regulations of scriptures, shastra vidhim, worship yajante with faith, shraddhayan vitaha. Are they in goodness, sattvam, in passion, rajaha, or in ignorance, tamaha, tamaha
Aho.
aho?
Yeah. So now Krishna is being asked by Arjuna a very, very specific question. He says that ye shastra vidhi mutsrijya. First, their characteristic is they have given up shastra. Okay. So you can see previous the categorization as I made. The scriptures, shastra vidhi, they have given up. Okay. Now next coming to the second line of this verse. But they have another characteristic, these people, which are being asked about in this chapter. Yajante means they worship according to what? Shraddha. Shraddhayanvitaha. Anvitaha. They are possessed of something. What they are possessed of? Shraddha. So they have faith. Okay. So yes to faith, but no to scriptures. Okay. This is a category which is being inquired in this chapter. Okay. Faith, yes, no to scriptures. Okay. Tesham, these people who have these characteristics, Nishtha, Tuka Krishna, okay, their Nishtha or their uh, conviction, okay, how does Prabhupada translate this? Where is it? Nishtha, situation, okay. Okay, is this, and how is it word to word? The faith, okay, again. Some conviction, okay. So Shraddha is a faith, and more appropriate as Nishtha will be like deeper faith or conviction. Okay, their conviction coming out of this faith. What is their faith? That we will see in going ahead in this chapter. What is their faith? But surely it is not based on scripture. That already Arjuna is saying. That Shastra Vidhi Mutsrijya. This is that category. They have some faith on something, but that's not based on scriptures. Okay. So Arjuna asking Tesham Nishtha, their conviction, O Krishna, Tuka Krishna, is from where is it coming? Is it coming from Sattva, or is it coming from Raja, or it's coming from Tama? Okay, where is the conviction coming from? This is first verse. Okay, in short. So he is asking 3 points. Okay, I understand these people have faith. They don't accept scriptures. From where is the conviction coming from? This is a verse. Okay, that's what is being asked. Okay, hope it is clear. So we will see what Prabhupada says now. Yes, Projik, please continue.
In the fourth chapter, 39th verse, it is said that a person faithful to a particular type of worship gradually becomes elevated to the stage of knowledge and attains the highest perfectional stage of peace and prosperity. In the 16th chapter, it is concluded that one who does not follow the principles laid down in the scriptures is called an asura, demon, and one who follows the scriptural injunctions faithfully is called a deva or demigod. Now, if one with faith follows some rules which are not mentioned in the scriptural injunctions, what is his position? This doubt of Arjuna's is to be cleared by Krishna.
Yeah, so Prabhupada summarizes the whole thing, whatever we discussed till now, in very succinct way. So he says, fourth chapter, 39th verse, it was said that a person faithful to a particular type of worship gradually becomes elevated to the stage of knowledge. Basically, those who are doing the karma yoga elevate to the Jnana Yoga platform that was told in fourth chapter and attains the highest perfection stage of peace and prosperity, means liberation he will get. Okay, this is what is told here. Okay, this obviously should be Nishkam Karma Yoga. And previous to that, we understand it will be Sakam Karma Yoga. That is the yoga ladder, which Prabhupada is quoting here. Now, coming to 16th chapter, Prabhupada says it is concluded that one who does not follow the principles laid down in the scriptures is called Asura. Where it was described in previous chapter. Yah Shastra Vidhim Utsrijya. That shloka Prabhupada is quoting. Okay, Shastra Vidhim Utsrijya. That's what we have written this category here. So no to scriptures. Okay, that is this category of Asura, which was in the Here, 16th chapter, yes. Kamakaratah. This is Asura category. Okay. Their category is what? No to scriptures. But they are saying yes to their Swabhava. Okay. So now coming back to the purport. Yeah. So they don't have faith in scriptures. That is first point. They are called Asura, demon. And one who follows the scriptures faithfully is called Deva or demigod. That was described in 16.1 to 3. Okay. That was described in the first three verses of the 16th chapter. Now, if one with faith follows some rules which are not mentioned in the scriptural injunctions, see the word choice of words, faith, yes, okay, they follow some rules according to their faith which are not mentioned in scriptures but no to scriptures. Okay, this is what Arjuna is asking in this chapter. What is his position? Tesham nishtha tu ka Krishna, Sattvam, Rajas, and Tamas, which of them? So this is cleared by Arjuna. Yeah, continue.
Are
Just 1 minute,
are
bro. Yeah, 1 minute. Huh? So now we will go back and here we will make the second category, okay, which is explained in the Bhagavad Gita 17.1 verse, which is asked by Arjuna. Okay, this category. They are not Kamakarata category. Okay, they have faith in something, but that faith is not coming from scriptures. Okay, see this Kamakarata, they didn't have faith also, actually, in anything. So this Asura, that category is no faith, no scriptures. Okay, this category. Okay, no faith and no scriptures. And these people have faith, but they don't have faith in the scriptures. In something they are having faith. Okay, in something they have faith. Okay, that is the second category. Okay, yeah, please read.
are those who create some sort of God by selecting a human being and placing their faith in him, worshipping in goodness, passion, or ignorance? Do such persons attain the perfectional stage of life? Is it possible for them to be situated in real knowledge and elevate themselves to the highest perfectional stage? Do those who do not follow the rules and regulations of the scriptures, but who have faith in something and worship gods and demigods and men attain success in their effort? Arjuna is putting these questions to Krishna.
So now this part is getting clear that yes to faith there. So what was this faith is getting cleared here now in this part of the purport. Prabhupada is saying they create some sort of God by selecting a human being. Okay. And placing their faith in him. Okay. And worshipping in goodness, passion, ignorance. So they have faith in somebody who is not actually God, but they create their own God. So is it possible for them to be situated in real knowledge and elevate themselves to highest perfection stage, that is liberation? This is a question asked. Do those who do not follow the rules and regulation of the scriptures, means they don't follow scriptures now, but who have faith in something and worship gods and demigods, they will attain success or not. So from there, where this faith is coming? So this faith is coming from their swabhava, from their nature. Okay. Why do I say it is coming from their swabhava? So the verse itself is saying, okay, no, next verse it will come. Yajante Shraddhayanvita. Next verse it is going to come. Krishna is going to answer from where this faith is coming. It's coming from their swabhava. Swabhavajam. Krishna will use that word. It's going to be born of their swabhava. Okay. So that will be told by Krishna in the next verse. Okay. So let's see the Baldev Vidyabhushan commentary. Yeah, please read.
Responding to the questions of Arjuna, Krishna explains various items in Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas in the 17th chapter. Those who study the Vedas and with faith in the scriptures undertake activities according to its rules are called devas. Those who ignore the Vedas and act as they please without following the Vedic rules are called demons or asuras. You have said this in the previous chapter. Now, this is my question.
Yeah, same thing actually Srila Prabhupada also told, if you remember. Srila Prabhupada told the same thing, these two categories, who are Devatas, 16.123, and then remaining of this. Yeah, read.
Those who, having read and understood the Vedas, which are difficult to understand, give up the rules out of laziness or other reasons and worship the Devas and others with faith born of local custom are in what position? Are they considered among the godly and demoniac types previously defined by ignoring scriptures but having faith and worship? Have they taken shelter of sattva, rajas, or tamas? The word aho is placed in the middle to indicate the two choices. Is it sattva or is it rajas and tamas?
Yeah, so Baldev Vidyabhushan is making little more clear. So those who having read the scriptures, they have read it, they have understood the Vedas, but they have given up the rules. They are not following the scriptures. Okay, why? Because of laziness or other reasons, maybe family circumstances or whatever other reason. Okay, and or maybe their faith was broken at some time. They prayed that okay, let me pass in this exam or get me that job. They were praying to their God, but it was not fulfilled. So they broke away and they gave up the faith in the worship like that, whatever reason maybe, and worship the devas. Okay, so they started worshipping the devatas, the demigods. So whose worship did they give up? They gave up the worship of Vishnu because the scriptures only prescribe the worship of Vishnu. Okay, so the Vishnu worship or Krishna worship they were doing earlier, that they gave up and they started doing worship of demigods or some other people. There are so many other people whom people worship now apart from demigods, like some human being they will make god, or somebody who is magical person like Sai Baba, they will make god who does some magic. So these all people are others. Okay, so with faith born of local custom, sometimes due to the family lineage, some demigod is being worshipped, that they will worship. Okay, so what is their position? That what Baldev Devotion is clarifying. And are they considered among the godly or demonic? Okay, have they taken shelter of Sattva, Rajas, or Tamas? Which one they have taken shelter? So Aho is being placed to make two categories. One category is Sattva, other category is Rajas and Tamas, like that. Okay, this is separate category. That's why Aho is being placed in between them. That is Baldev Vidyabhushan saying. Okay, so now Arjuna is being answered by Shri Krishna. Okay, before we go, just summarizing what we saw till now is this, that first category was Kamakaratah, which was having no faith in scriptures, sorry, no faith in anything and no scriptures also. So they have only work according to their own desires, Kama. Okay, according to their own desires, whatever they want to enjoy, like that they are working. That is first category. Second category, they have faith. Okay, and that was clarified. They have faith in, that is demigods. Okay, they have faith in the demigods. They worship them. Not they are not following scriptures, but okay, okay, and that is categorized as Swabhavajam. That word will come in the next verse, 17.2. Swabhavajam. Okay, this category is called Swabhavajam. Okay, so these are the two categories. Third category we will see later. Yes, Isha Mataji, you have any question?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, as we discussed,
Yeah.
some they follow the rules, some they are ignorant, right? So, Prabhuji, when it comes to what I was thinking is, I have set some rules, for example, myself that I have to finish before I start my day, I have to finish my rounds. And if I'm not able to complete my duties, so Prabhuji, shall I break my rule and perform my duties first, and then sometimes it happens then I have other duties to do, and then I just skip the rounds. Then is it okay, Prabhuji, that if we do like that?
Okay. Uh, uh, I don't know how it was related to this discussion. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, there is no strict rule, Mataji, like that. Okay. So, as a grihastha and a homemaker, generally it will be difficult to give a straightforward rule what you should do, what you should not do. But there is a general rule which is said that generally japa should be done as much as possible in the hours of Sattva in the morning.
Mm.
Okay, that is generally prescribed. So as far as possible, we should do. Okay, but there is no hard and fast rule as we know. Nam nam akari baudha. Hmm. So
Mm.
so smarane na kalah, it is said. There is no actually time as such that you should do only in this and that for holy name especially. For
Mm.
other mantras, it may be there like Gayatri mantras and all. We have to do in the Sandhya period only. But
Mm.
for Nam, generally holy name, it is not hard and fast rule, but there are recommendations. It's recommended that you do it in morning as far as possible. And we should make our lifestyle in that way that it is in morning like that. But every day is not same, we understand. And we may have to adjust to some things on some particular day as per the need of the family or other things or our own need like that. So in general, that's what I would say. But more specific detail, you should ask the senior who is guiding you, a counselor
Okay.
or mentor, and
Okay.
then take a more uh, detailed counseling actually what
Okay.
exactly you should be doing in your particular case. I may not know the exact situation. So in
Okay.
general, whatever is there, I told.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you
Yes,
for that.
thank you. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go to the next. Krishna is त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा देहिनां सा स्वभावज सात्विकी राजसी चैव तामसी चेति ताम शृणु. Yes, Pratik, do you want to read?
Yes, Guruji. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, the faith, Shraddha of the embodied Dehinam of the three kinds, three Vidha Bhavanti, born of one's own nature, Swabhavaja, in goodness, Satviki, in passion, Rajasi, and in and also in ignorance, Cha Eva Tamasi. Now hear of that, Tam Shruno.
Yeah. So Krishna is answering Trividha. Okay. So this question what you asked Arjuna, so that has three categories. Trividha bhavati Shraddha. It has three categories. Okay. So they have faith. Krishna is saying that, yeah, what you are saying that their faith, they have faith. Okay. Dehinam sa swabhavaja. But their faith is born from swabhava, born of their swabhava. Okay. Not scripture. Okay. That's what Krishna is saying, repeating what Arjuna said. Their faith is born of their swabhava. Okay. And what are the three categories? Trividha. What are the three categories? Satviki, Rajasi, Chaiva. Okay. So this is going to have three categories. Sattva, Raja, and Tamas. Okay. Tamsi. Okay. So Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Cheti, Tam, Shrinu. Now hear about them. Okay. Krishna is saying now hear about them. Okay. Yeah, please read.
Those who know the rules and regulation of scriptures, but out of laziness or indolence give up following these rules and regulations, are governed by the modes of material nature. According to their previous activities in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance, they acquire a nature which is of a specific quality. The association of the living entity with the different modes of nature has been going on perpetually. Since the living entity is in contact with material nature, he acquires different types of mentality according to his association with the material modes.
Okay, yeah. So very important. First is what Baldev Vidyabhushan said. He repeated. Srila Prabhupada repeated actually. Baldev Vidyabhushan said this already in 17.1. Okay. So those who know the rules and regulation of scriptures, but out of laziness. Remember this same point he gave. Out of laziness or some other reason he told. Here Prabhupada is saying indolence. Okay. The scriptures, but they follow what? The modes of material nature. And how many modes are there? Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So they will also generate faith of three types. Correct. So they will also be in Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So very important point to note how this Swabhava is coming to this person. From where this Swabhava came. Okay. From where did he get this Sattva, Rajas, or Tamas Swabhava? Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. This Swabhava, how did it come? It came from association in the material world since time immemorial. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Okay. So they acquire a nature which is of a specific quality. Okay. Basically, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. How the association of the living entity with the different modes. They are associating with the different modes of nature has been going on. So Prabhupada is saying that he has acquired this Swabhava. From where did he acquire? By his association with the modes of material nature. So modes are of three kinds. That's why his Swabhava also, faith also came out to be of three kinds. Okay, so this is the thing clarified by Srila Prabhupada here. Okay, let's go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Yeah, please
in
read.
between your voice is
Yeah.
breaking. Not every time. Sometime it is breaking and then again it is restored.
Okay. Now I will keep my video off. Okay. And then maybe you can tell. Okay. So now what I said was, so Prabhupada said in this purport that there is Swabhava. Okay. This word Swabhava, Prabhupada is translating it as mentality. Okay. So this mentality, according to his association of the metal modes, it comes. So because we have three types of modes, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, three types of metal modes we have. So that's why from there comes is the three types of faith or three types of Swabhava. Okay. So three modes equal to three Swabhava. And that is equal to three types of faith. Okay. So this is the point which is being told. Three modes are there because of their association. Three kinds of Swabhava living entity gets, and that's why he has three types of faith. Okay. Yeah. Continue.
Sorry. But this nature can be changed if one associates with a bona fide spiritual master and abides by his rules and the scriptures. Gradually, one can change his position from ignorance to goodness and from passion to goodness. The conclusion is that blind faith in a particular mode of nature cannot help a person become elevated to the perfectional stage. One has to consider things carefully, with intelligence, in the association of a bona fide spiritual master. Thus, one can change his position to a higher mode of nature.
Mode of nature. Okay. So, but this nature, so what is Prabhupada is this nature is Swabhava. Okay, this Swabhava can be changed if one associates with a bona fide spiritual master and abides by rules and regulations and the scriptures. So this Swabhava will get converted into the Shastri Shraddha. Okay. So Swabhava Jam Shraddha will get converted into Shastri Shraddha. So gradually one changes his position from ignorance to goodness or from passion to goodness, like that. Yeah. So the blind faith will get converted into scriptural faith. Okay. One has to consider things. Okay. And yeah, this is okay. Yeah. Yeah. Please read Baldev Vidyabhushan's commentary.
Hare Krishna. Being asked, the Lord begins to speak. That faith by which one worship the devas and other beings while giving up rules of scripture because of laziness or difficulties should be understood to arise from virtuous and sinful impression from previous lives. Swabhavaja. This that faith is of three types, arising from states of sattva, rajas, and tamas, from beginningless, unrelenting births of embodied souls in beginningless contact with the three gunas of Prakriti.
Okay. Yeah. So here now Baldev Vidyabhushan is saying the same similar thing.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, your voice is breaking
So
again.
faith. 1 minute.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, if you're speaking, you're on mute.
Yeah, I am on mute. I will just take 2 minutes and change my internet,
Okay,
and then I
Prabhuji.
will go back here. Yeah, so here Baldev writes that Krishna started speaking, and he's saying that faith by which one worships the Devatas and other beings while giving up the rules of the scriptures. So two types are there. So he called this as Swabhavaja, that which was born of particular association of the modes of nature. Okay, this faith is of three types. So Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. This we described. And since when it is? The association with the nature is since beginningless time. Okay, and as per the three gunas, one develops particular nature. Yeah, continue.
They do not have the spiritual intelligence arising from scripture taught by the devotee, which will allow them to change those impressions, swabhava. Therefore, the three types of faith which arise from those impressions appear. Faith born from the scriptures is different. It brings about performance of actions only according to the scriptural directions, not because of impression of the three gunas.
Yeah, so now here, as Prabhupada also told, that there are two types of faith. See here. So Prabhupada told this line, right? So this nature can be changed if one associates with the bona fide spiritual master and associates, and then he gets the faith based on rules of the scriptures. So that is called Shastri Shraddha. Okay. So these are the two categories of faith one can have. So either he can have Swabhavajam Shraddha, means faith born from one's own Swabhava. Okay. One's own nature. From where is that nature coming? This comes from the three modes. This is one type. Other one is which is based on Shastra. Okay, which comes from the scriptures. Same thing Baldev is saying elaborately. So these people, those who have Swabhavjam Shraddha, they do not have spiritual intelligence coming from scriptures. Okay, so they have Swabhavjam Shraddha, and that is of three types. Faith born from the scriptures is different. Okay, so Shastri Shraddha is different. Okay, so these are the second category of faith, and the first category of faith is that which comes of the Swabhav. Okay, this is Swabhavjam Shraddha. Okay. Yeah, and that comes from where? From the impressions of material nature, from the three modes. Okay, whatever three modes he associates with, it will come from there. Okay. Yeah. Amitru, you have any question? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Anybody else has any question before we go to the next verse? Okay. So we will make one chart here before we go so that we are clear. Yeah, Amitru, you had any question?
Prabhuji, on one side, we are saying that the Swabhava, it comes from living beings association, with the modes, right? From many, many lives.
Correct.
And then we are saying that this can be changed by the right association.
Yeah.
But a person in Tamas Gun would naturally have association with people in Tamas. He might need to take extra effort to actually have right association. Oh, buddhi bhi ana, that also is it in our control? That's my question. Yeah, that also is decided.
Yeah. So, okay, I'll just go back to what was said here. See here this slide. So they do not have spiritual intelligence arising from scripture, and then what is it? Taught by devotees. Okay, it's taught by devotees. Who gives this spiritual intelligence? Is devotees. So is it audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is not in their control to get this spiritual intelligence. It will be given only by association of devotees. Okay, this is called Agyat Sukriti. Okay, which they get from devotees. They will not themselves come towards it and take the association. It's Agyat. Agyat means unknown. Like somebody, we go on the street on Harinam, so they get some Sukriti. We give them some book, give them some prasad. So these are all Agyat Sukriti that they will get. After they get many lifetimes this Agyat Sukriti, then this Agyat Sukriti is converted into faith. Which faith? Shastri Shraddha. Okay. It's converted into Shastriya Shraddha. When they get this faith, this Shastriya Shraddha, this first stage of bhakti, then they start coming into bhakti path. Okay. They will do sadhu sangha, bhajan kriya, all these things. Okay. So they themselves will not come out of either Satyaguna, Rajoguna or Tamoguna. But the devotees, when they give their association, then they will be able to come out. Okay, like that. Somebody like who is tied to the chair, he himself cannot open himself up. He needs a person who is actually not tied. He is free. He can open him up like that. So devotees who are actually trying to go beyond the three modes, they can actually try to make him also free. That is the understanding.
So again, it's not in a person, that person's control who is in tamas. Yeah, I just he has to wait, and that also should be as per the plan, right? That the devotee going to such meeting such people and giving a Gyan Sukriti.
Yeah. It's not, he has always free
Yeah.
will, that is there. Yeah, he has always free will. He
Right.
sees, yeah, there are people who are devotees also, he knows also. Yeah, that he also has free will, but generally,
Correct.
those who are into modes, they will themselves will not be able to
Right.
come up. Yeah, that is there. Yeah,
Okay, very.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So now, as far till now, we have seen two things, that there are two types of faith, Shastri Shraddha and Swabhavjam Shraddha. Okay, and in that Swabhavjam Shraddha, now Krishna told it has three types, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. That is there. Okay, and previous to that, in the first verse, we have seen, okay, what we saw that there is a category of people who are Kamakarata, which was explained in the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Those who don't follow, okay, let's go to that first slide where I explained. Yeah, so this was the first type, Kamakarata, which we have seen that they have no faith in scriptures and they don't have any faith even in the demigods, like that, but their only goal is to enjoy. Kama Karata, that's why they are called. Okay, this we have seen in the first verse. And Krishna is asking about not this category of 16th chapter, he is asking about those who have faith in something like demigods. They worship them with faith, but that is not arising out of scriptures. Okay, so based on these things, we will make a chart here to make it more clear. Okay. And then if you have any questions, then we will take questions. So let's divide this Shraddha or faith into two categories. Okay. So as the verse 17.2 it described, the purports also describe that there are two types of faith. Let's say here we have the Shastri Shraddha, and there is another type of faith called Swabhavjam Shraddha. Okay, so these are the two types which are explained in the 17.2 verse. Okay, so this is according to 17.2. We categorized. Now in the Swabhavjam Shraddha, Krishna already told that there are three types. Okay, those who are in Sattva, those who are in Rajas, and those who are in Tamas. Okay, those who are in these three. Okay, Shastri Shraddha we will see later. Okay, so now those who are in Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, what are their activities? Whom do they worship? What they will do? That will be explained in the next verse now. Okay. Yeah. So few things to note here. Uh, that this Swabhavjam Shraddha, they don't have faith in scriptures. They don't. Okay. Uh, okay. They don't have faith in scriptures. Okay. Their faith is coming from what? Their faith is in. Okay. Their faith is coming from three modes. Okay. That was told here. Okay. Like that. Whereas these people who have Shastri Shraddha, okay, they have faith in scriptures. Their faith is based on scriptures, right? You see the previous slide, it was told. Okay, here faith born from the scriptures is different. Okay, their faith is born from the scriptures. So other one, the faith is from three modes, but these are faith coming from the scriptures itself. Okay, so this is a differentiation. Okay, any questions till now? What we have made this table?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Not here in this table. The
Yeah,
previous slide, the
yeah.
last point. Could you please explain that, Prabhuji?
This one, it brings about.
Yes, yes.
Okay, faith born from the scriptures is different. Okay, this point they are saying, Baldevidabhushan is saying, then it brings about performance of actions only according to scriptural directions. Those people who have this Shastri Shraddha, how they will act. Okay, that is being explained. Their actions will be according to scriptural directions. Okay, not kamakarata. Okay, it will not be based on their own desire, their own enjoying tendency. But what the scripture says, that I will do. Okay. Okay, scriptures. Okay, not because of impressions of the three modes. So three gunas will tell that yes, this is good to enjoy. This you can enjoy, and the three gunas will tell that avoid this every day. Why you to get up in the morning chant like that? Three gunas will always tell him, but he doesn't follow them. He follows the scriptures, scriptural directions. Okay, so basically the three gunas will give raga and dvesha. Okay, means you have attraction for something and something you have repulsion. Okay, oh, today Karela sabji was made. Oh, I don't like it. Okay, so we have dvesha for Karela. Raga, oh, today sweet rice was made. It was so nice. Yeah, so that is raga. But for a devotee, okay, if there is something which is prasad, so the scriptures enjoin that suppose Karela prasad is available. He has gone out and in the journey, Prashad, they have given Karela sabji. So even though in the train somebody is going and selling vada pav or something else, he will not purchase and eat. Okay, even though he likes it. Raga is there for those objects, but he will not eat. He will eat Karela sabji only. Even though he has dvesha for this Karela sabji. Okay, he doesn't like it. So you understood, Mataji, this point? Okay, his actions are not based on his like or dislike. His actions are based on what the scriptures say. Gayatri Mataji, okay, she is not there. Maybe her internet was.
Now I'm here, Prabhuji.
Oh, yeah. So what you heard last?
Actually, you were explaining about the people who have Shastriya Shraddha, they will act according to the scriptures and
Ah,
not according to their three moods, like maybe Sattva, Rajas, and then I lost actually.
okay. You lost the menu. We described one menu. Okay. So basically, what I was saying is that we have two types of people. The first type of people is those who have this Swabhavjam Shraddha. They will act based on their like and dislike. Okay, what I like, what I don't like. Rag is like and Dvesa is dislike. Okay. So suppose somebody does not enjoy eating Karela sabji. Okay, so for him it is Dvesha, dislike. And somebody may enjoy eating sweet rice. So for him it is Raga, like. So for a person who is not a devotee, he doesn't have a Shastri Shraddha, suppose he has Swabhavjam Shraddha, so he will choose sweet rice and he will avoid Karela. This is clear. This is first type of people. Okay. Second type of people is Shastri Shraddha. They have, suppose they have a choice of Karela Prasad and sweet rice non Prasad. So which one they will choose? They'll choose Karela, which is Prasad, even though they don't like it. And sweet rice may be there, which is not Prasad. They will not choose it, even though they like it. So they have overcome one thing, likes and dislike. Not that they are fully overcome, they are trying. Okay, they are still in sadhana stage, but they know that scriptures tell only to honor Prasad and not to accept which is not offered to Krishna. So he will not act based on his like and dislike, but he will act what is told by his guru, what is told in scriptures. So this is the difference between these two categories. Okay, that's what here is saying. Not because of impressions of the three gunas. So three gunas impressions, he is told the you earlier enjoyed sweet rice. You remember the three gunas are saying that impressions are there in his chitta, in his mind. Okay, and intelligence say will confirm it. Yes, it was good. Karela was never good. You are feeling almost like vomiting. So the three modes will tell impressions are there, but the scriptures are guiding his choices. That is the difference. Okay. Okay. Any other question based on what table is there or any discussion till now? Okay. So before we go ahead, okay, this side also I will complete this right side of this table. Okay. So this Shastri Shraddha is of four types. Again. So that which is in Sattva and that which is in Rajas, that which is in Tamos, and that which is Trigunatit. Okay. Triguna Atit. Okay. That's beyond the three modes. Okay. These four types are also there in Shastri Shraddha. Okay. So this Tirugunatit is that which is beyond the three modes, is the pure devotional service. Okay. Akinchana Bhakti or Kevala Bhakti or we have Shuddha Bhakti. All these names are there for this, which we are trying to practice. Okay. Shuddha Bhakti. Okay. So Anyabhilashita Shunyam Gyan Karmadi Anavritam Anukulyena Krishna Anushīlanam Bhaktiruttama. So this is the Shuddha Bhakti, which is beyond the three modes, that is based on faith, on the scriptures. Okay. Now there is also scriptural faith, but it is in Tamoguna. It can be in Tamoguna. So that can be the okay. One more important thing to understand and note here is that all these people who follow the scriptures, they all worship Krishna or Vishnu only. Okay. So this is a very important point. They worship Vishnu or Krishna. Okay. But these all people, Swabhavjam Shraddha people, they don't worship Vishnu or Krishna. Everybody else they will worship, but they will not worship these Vishnu Tattva. Okay. They may worship some demigod, they may worship some man, they may worship some mountain, they may worship anything, whatever comes to their mind, or whatever they have acquired from the past association of modes, all that they will do. But they have not, they will never worship Vishnu or Krishna. Okay. So why are they not able to worship Vishnu or Krishna? Because they have not yet got Agyat Sukriti by association of devotee. That is the only reason. They have only associated with three modes. Okay, but these people, they have got the association of devotee, they have got Shastri faith, so they worship Vishnu or Krishna. Okay, so now somebody may ask how somebody can be in Tamoguna while he is having Shastri Shraddha, faith based on scriptures. So this is described in third canto. Okay, this is described, this all three is there in third canto, 28th chapter, and it was played in the recordings when I was not there. So it was played in that, and then it was described. Anyhow, I will show those verses now here. Okay, so that it is clear how somebody can worship Vishnu but do it in the three modes. What are their thoughts and what do they do? Why do they do such thing like that? That is answered here. Okay, so this is Lord Kapila speaking to Mother Devahuti in third canto. Okay, see this section from third canto, 28th chapter. Hope it is visible to devotees. Yeah, okay. 329. Okay, this is shloka number 8. 29th chapter, sorry. Yeah, so now here he is saying, Abhisandhaya yohimsam, dambham matsaryam eva. Okay, Samrambhi, Vinnadrik, Bhavam, Mai Kuryat Satamasa, Mai Kuryat. Mai means he worships me. Who is saying? Kapil Dev is saying. He is incarnation of Lord Vishnu or Krishna. So the person is Mai Kuryat. He is doing worship to me only, Vishnu or Krishna. Okay. He is not the other category. Swabhavjam Shraddha he is not. He is Shastri Shraddha only. But what does he do it for? Abhisandhaya means he has a goal or he has an intention. Okay. What is the intention? See here. So his intentions are what? Violence, pride, hatred. Okay. The angry person, devoid of compassion, who worships me with intentions of violence, pride, or hatred is tamsic in his bhakti. Now somebody may say, how is it possible that he is doing bhakti but he is tamsic? Bhakti is trigunatit, right? Yeah, bhakti is trigunatit, but this person who is doing it with a ulterior motive, he is not anya bilashita shunyam category. Okay, he is doing it for a particular purpose of harming others. Okay, or violence, pride, hatred. Such a performer is in the mode of ignorance. Okay, so this is called tamasic bhakti. This is a category which I was explaining there. Okay. Tamasic bhakti. Okay. Next category is the Rajasic bhakti. So what he is saying, he who worships me, again, he worships Krishna or Vishnu in the form of deities and others with desire for other objects. He is not Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. He is Abhilasha, Anya Abhilasha Shunyam. He is not. He is having Abhilasha, other Abhilasha. What are they? Goals of material gain, like fame, wealth. So this kind of bhakti is called Rajasic bhakti. Okay. And then the Satviki bhakti is what? So he who worships again Vishnu or Krishna with a desire to destroy karma, making his works an offering to the Supreme Lord, Vishnu or Krishna, executing the worship as duty, having a desire for liberation again. So he is not again Anya Bhilashita Shunyam. He is having desire for liberation. Okay. It's called Satviki bhakti. Okay, so these are the three types of Shastri Shraddha which are in Satugun, Rajogun, or Tamogun. Okay, and there is one which is beyond Trigunatit. What is that? Anya Bhilashita Shunyam that we described. Kevala Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti, all that. Okay, so these are the three types of people. Okay, Now, next verse, Kapila is saying, Madguna Shruti Matrana, Mai Sarva Guhashe, Manogatir Avichinna Yatha Ganga Ambaso Ambado, Lakshanam Bhakti Yogasya, Nirgunasya, Hiudaritam, Hetuki, Avavita, Ya Bhakti Purushottame. So, this is Trigunatit Bhakti. Okay. That which is the beyond the three modes. Okay. So, what you said, it is that the quality of bhakti beyond the gunas is the absence of results other than bhakti. He doesn't want anything other than bhakti. Okay, no bhukti desires, no mukti desires. Okay, mukti abhilasha, bhukti abhilasha, both are not there. Anya abhilasha, shunya. Okay, he worships the Lord with this kind of intention and lack of obstruction from other process, avyavahita bhakti. Okay, then this person is called the person who is practicing Trigunatit Bhakti. So this is the fourth category which I told in that slide. Okay, yeah. Any questions are there? Yes, Devamai, Devaki, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
in 8th verse, 3rd canto, you just mentioned ki in tamasic bhakti, where we are worshipping Vishnu, but for violence, hatred. So, can you give us some example like of real world where we can relate to it, this kind of tamasic bhakti?
Yeah, everything given in scriptures is real world only. Yeah, so Mother Diti. So Diti was worshipping Vishnu. Okay, but she was worshipping with the desire to kill Indra.
Killing this.
So like that, there are examples. In current world, I don't know. There are very difficult to find people who will worship Vishnu only. Yeah, but there may be some people who have these desires. So you can say they are doing this. Yeah.
So those who claim that we are devotees of Ram or Hanuman or some, and also have some hatred to some kind of religion or some people like that. So they will be considered into that category when this tamasic bhakti is.
Yeah, yeah, it's not black and white. Never, it's not black and white. We can just categorize one person into this.
Mm.
So generally, those who have very strong intentions like this, their goal of only bhakti is this only. They don't have any other goal. They don't want to please Lord Ram or anybody else whom they are worshipping. They have only this much. So how much is the percentage of their bhakti or intention is this only? To that degree, they are in tamasic bhakti. So it's not one and zero like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Any other question on what we discussed till now?
Roji,
Yeah.
but bhakti is purifying, no? So will they quickly move from that tamasic to then other thing?
No, no, no. They will not
Yes.
quickly move because they are not doing Shuddha Bhakti. Okay. Shuddha Bhakti is purifying and these bhaktis are not described. I have not read anywhere like that, that these bhaktis will purify them and move towards that slowly or uh, not slowly or fast or whatever. That's I have not read. But if they get association of devotees who are practicing Shuddha Bhakti, then something can happen. On their own, I don't think it will happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We'll go back to our discussion on 17th chapter now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes.
Prabhuji, just like Dhruva Maharaj, initially he with the desire of passion, and gradually with the association of Narad Muni and his bhakti, he become free from all the material desires
Hmm.
that he doesn't want it. But still, Lord uh, gave him the Dhruva Loka, even although he doesn't want. So similarly, it happened with like devotees like. I practice, or initially I came, or I don't know, but uh, now we have developed desire to purely serve the Supreme Lord. So, does it applicable for us also?
Uh-huh. Yeah, actually, this question is coming almost every class that whatever we are discussing, we are comparing with devotees, and I think nobody heard those recordings which were played. So we will do discussion once more. This are we practicing Shuddha Bhakti or what is that? So that we will have to discuss. Okay. So, but in short, yeah. So again, same thing. Here, if it depends whether that devotee has advanced enough to consider. Obviously, in beginning, he may have that desires in reality to get some wealth. Somebody may have come to ISKCON. Arey, ISKCON, there is good business of this soap, this particular soap, which is made up of cow dung, and this soap is very good. Oh, and he comes and sells in ISKCON, but he says, oh, but here only those who have title of Das, they are only able to open shops, and they are only able to sell. So maybe I have to get this title Das. Then he finds out how to get that Das is first we have to do IDC course, and then become a disciple, and then by the time he goes through the whole process, his desire may also change. So later when he comes, obviously he becomes serious in bhakti, he may overcome that initial desire kind of thing, which he came for actually in bhakti. So obviously, so at some stage, whenever he understands that what desire I had about enjoying or getting name, fame, wealth, like it was described here, passion. So that if he is able to put at some time into the category of anartha, yes, this is my anartha and I need to overcome it, then only Prabhuji anarth nivritti will happen. Okay. And he knows that my goal is only to please Krishna. I should not have desires of bhukti and mukti. Anya abhilasha shunya. Anya abhilasha are two types. Those which are bhukti desires to enjoy the material world, mukti desires to come out of material world so that we can enjoy. Enjoy in the sense get liberation and merge into Brahman like that. So if these two desires are not there and he has put all those such kind of desires into the anartha category, then we can say he is practicing Shuddha Bhakti now. Otherwise, if he still has desire that yes, yes, at some time, maybe after 5 years, 10 years, I want to fulfill that desire which I was having. Now I will just chant Hare Krishna. But later I will fulfill that desire. If he has such kind of mentality, then it's not fully practicing Shuddha Bhakti, but mixture is there. It's called mixed Bhakti. So these are all what I showed. Actually, they are all mixed Bhakti. Okay. Mixed with Tamoguna, mixed with Rajoguna, mixed with Sattoguna. These are the mixtures. Okay, no, Prabhuji. Mixed means they have ulterior
But
desires. That's why.
Prabhuji, means my question, like Dhruva Maharaj, even he doesn't want. Gradually, he means he become purified, but still, Lord offer him means although he don't have desire, but Lord order him or offer. I don't.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Yeah, he changed because he followed a pure devotee Narad Muni, his instructions. Okay, he had faith in Narad Muni, Shastri Shraddha he had, and because of having Shastri Shraddha, he got purified. And later he got purified, then Krishna offered. So when one is not wanting it, then Krishna offers it. And then he is surely told that I don't want this like pebbles or glasses. I considered these all things actually as jewels. But Swamin Kritato Asmi Varam Nayache. I don't want anything but I am pleased with your appearance and I want to do service to you. Like that. That is only desire he had at that time because he was following a pure devotee Narad Muni and his instruction. If he wanted to do austerity by his own method, by his own mental whims, then he would not have got purified Dhruv Maharaj. But because he followed pure devotional guru, so he got purified. That's why. So then Anarth Nivritti happened because he followed properly.
though means my question is although he got purified, but still Lord wants to offer that means he
Yeah.
has no desire to. So that is my question: is why there was a force for
No, no.
what
A Lord
exactly?
offered because just like when we please somebody, they want to give something. So like that, Lord wanted to give, and Lord understood he had a desire earlier like this. So let me give him. So and ultimately, Lord gave him also that Dhruva Loka, which he had desire. But we have to understand it was not given because he, in back of his mind, he wanted, "Arey, maybe Lord will give." I will not say directly to Vishnu, but maybe he understands my mind. He will give. Not like that. He was pure. He was purified of that desire, but he was able to actually overcome it. But Vishnu wanted to offer him as out of reciprocation. Okay, Prabhuji. Okay, we'll go back to our discussion. Are you seeing my this charts which we were making? That
Yes.
slide? That only is visible, na?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So coming back to this now, we understood that there is three types of bhakti, also mixed bhakti. Okay. So this we let us put it in the category of mixed bhakti. Okay. These are all the mixed bhakti. This is not pure bhakti. Okay, so maybe at the end of Bhagavad Gita and before starting NOD, we will discuss this difference, especially between those who are mixed bhakti and difference between us who are trying to practicing Trigunatit bhakti. Okay, in essence, I told now. So Sattva
Sorry to disturb you. Actually, I'm sorry. I got a call in between.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yes, please tell. Yeah.
Means I couldn't got the clear
Okay. So what I was
my
saying in the end is that Dhruva Maharaj actually he did not have a desire in the back of mind that maybe Vishnu will offer me Dhruvaloka. He was purified by the process of pure devotional service, instructed by Narad Muni. He did not have any desire, but still as a reciprocation, Lord Vishnu wanted to offer him that yes, you wanted earlier Dhruvaloka, and he got it also later, but he was purified of that desire. So Krishna, as a reciprocation, he wanted to give something. That is the only thing. Yeah, that's. I'm not saying you can read fourth canto Acharya's commentaries also, and this is what is explained. Hmm. Yeah, like Sudama also, he did not ask the palace and other things. He just returned. But Krishna, understanding the desire in his heart, and he offered him that actually. Mm. And we can see Sudama was never deviated, or he did not tell, "Oh, now I got this, I will not worship Krishna." Or Dhruv Maharaj did not say that I will not worship Vishnu. They are worshipping. They are still doing. That is a check, or that is a we can say that yes, they were purified because they got the opulence still they are not deviated from their path. That is what we can say. Is it okay, Proj?
actually I have many questions actually related with one this topic. Means it is said that Dhruva
We
Loka
can
will
take
be
the question after the class if it is okay. Now we will discuss on the 17th chapter. At the end, we can discuss, Proj.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, everybody does not have the same question, so they will also not be able to connect. Okay. Sattugun. So those who are doing, so this we discussed that how they have the desires for liberation and other things. Okay. So 3.29. Okay. So here, those who are practitioners of Nishkam Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, all these practitioners will come in the Sattuguna Bhakti. Okay. They are all going and wanting liberation. That is what is their desire. And Rajoguna Bhakti is Sakam Karma Yoga. They have actually desires to enjoy in heaven. Okay, like that. There's Sakam Karma Yoga, but they are not worshiping Vishnu. They are worshiping
Hare Krishna.
Looks like
Okay, yes. I
yeah.
thought it's just my internet. Okay.
yeah. Okay, so here Sakam Karma Yoga. Those who are practicing, they will go to heaven. And yeah, I was saying that those who have faith in scriptures, they will actually worship Vishnu. That is a criteria. Okay, so they will worship Vishnu or Krishna only. So that is a sign that they have faith in the scriptures. And Tamoguna, those who are doing bhakti, okay, they will be able to worship Vishnu for some purpose of violence or something. So they will be worshipping Vishnu only, but they will not worship some demigod. Okay, but with the purpose of violence or something like that. Okay. Now, one very important point here that Swabhavjam Shraddha, they don't have faith in scriptures. But what kind of worship are they going to do? That will be described now in the next section. Whom do they worship in Sattuguna? If they are worshipping in Rajoguna, some demigod, which demigods they worship, or which Rakshasa or Ashura they worship? Tamoguna people, whom will they worship? That will come now. Okay. Let's read this third verse. Okay. Okay. Sattvanurupa sarvasya shraddha bhavati bharata shraddhamayo ayam purusho yo yat shraddhadha sa eva saha. Okay. Somebody else can read. Yes. Vrajananda Krishna Prabhu, you want to read?
Sure. O son of Bharata, according to one's existence, Sattvanurupa, everyone's faith, Sarvasya Shraddha, develops bhakti. The living beings, I am Purusha, is full of faith, Shraddhamaya. Whatever his faith is, yo yach Shraddha, that is, that he is, sa eva
Yes.
sa.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So, very simple thing Krishna is saying in his answer that, oh Arjuna, everybody is made up of some Shraddha. Shraddha Mayo, I am Purusho. This is the most important line. Every Purusha, every person is made up of his Shraddha. Okay. Maya. The word Maya is used for to be made of, uh, uh, like we have Maya. So Maya is made up of three guna Mayi. So Krishna says, Mama Maya is how three guna Mayi. Okay. Mama Maya Duratteya. Okay. So how does it start? Mm, okay. In that verse only, he says that three guna Mayi. She is made up of three gunas. Similarly, every person is made up of Shraddha. That means some faith, some conviction, like that. So here Krishna is saying, O Arjuna, according to one's existence, sattva anurupa, everyone's faith, sarvasya shraddha bhavati. According to one's existence, association of material nature. As per the association of material nature, he will get the faith. Which type of people Krishna is talking about now? Can somebody tell? Out of the two categories, Swabhavjam Shraddha and Shastri Shraddha, which category of people he is talking about?
Swabhavaja.
Yeah, Swabhavjam Shraddha. How do we know? Previous verse, when we see, he said, Sa Swabhavaja. Trividha Bhavati Shraddha, Dehinam Sa Swabhavaja. Okay, this Shraddha he is talking about. Why he is talking about this Shraddha? Because Arjuna asked about this kind of Shraddha. Yeah, Shastrividhi Musrija. He is saying that that kind of people I want to know. So Krishna is answering this kind of person. That their Swabhava is made up of what? Their own existence in the material world. Association with the three modes. And whatever faith they have, that is what he is made up of. Okay, that's what he is. Yeah, please read. Purport.
Everyone has a particular type of faith, regardless of what he is. But his faith is considered good, passionate, or ignorant, according to the nature he has acquired. Thus, according to his particular type of faith, one associates with certain persons. Now, the real fact is that every living being, as it is stated in the 15th chapter, is originally a fragmental part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, one is originally transcendental to all the modes of material nature.
Yeah, so Prabhupada is saying everyone has a particular type of faith regardless of what he is. He will have either sattva, rajas, or tamas, something he will have, or he will have either based on shastra or based on swabhava. Something he will have. Some faith everybody has. Okay, like that. So, but his faith is considered good, passionate, or ignorant. Basically, sattva, rajas, and tamas. According to nature, he has acquired. Correct. Same thing Baldev Vidasham said earlier, right? Three modes he has associated. That only he is giving, has given him faith, and that is according to his particular type of faith. One associates with certain person. So which person he will associate with? If he is in tamoguna, he will associate with tamoguna people. He is in rajoguna, he will associate with rajoguna people. He will associate with sattva people if he is in sattva, like that. By chance they may come in contact with some other people, but association means exchanging one's heart, exchanging one's like those dadati prati grinati guhyam akhyati prichati bhunkte bhojayate chaiva. He will give and take from such kind of people. He will reveal one's heart to such kind of people only, like that, and he will eat with such kind of people. Bhoj, bhunkte bhojayate chaiva, like that. That is association. Okay. So now Prabhupada is saying an important point that the real fact is that every living being is stated in the 15th chapter is originally fragmented part and parcel of Supreme Lord. As a soul, they are untouched by material nature. Okay. As a soul, they are not touched by material nature. They are transcendent to all. Okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
But when one forgets his relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and comes into contact with the material nature in conditional life, he generates his own position by association with the different varieties of material nature. The resultant artificial faith and existence are only material. Although one may be conducted by some impression or some conception of life, originally he is a nirguna or transcendental. Therefore, one has to become cleansed of the material contamination that he has acquired in order to regain his relationship with the Supreme Lord.
Yeah, so same thing Prabhupada is saying that he should get over his material attachment by associating with devotees. So basically this he is talking about how to transition from his Swabhavajam Shraddha to Shastri Shraddha. Okay. How to overcome like that. Yeah, continue.
That is the only path back without fear, Krishna consciousness. If one is situated in Krishna consciousness, then that path is guaranteed for his elevation to the perfectional stage. If one does not take to this path of self-realization, then he is surely to be conducted by the influence of the modes of nature. The word Shraddha or faith is very significant in this verse. Shraddha or faith originally comes out of the modes of goodness. One's faith may be in a demigod or some created god or some mental concoction.
Yeah, thank you. So here Prabhupada is saying that only path back without fear is Krishna consciousness. That is the going from Swabhavajam Shraddha to Shastri Shraddha. So Shastri Shraddha will come, then one can practice Krishna consciousness. If one is situated in this path, then he can reach the perfection stage. That what is that? Prema. One can attain for Krishna. Okay. Yeah, continue.
One's strong faith it is supposed to be productive of works of material goodness. But in material conditional life, no works are completely purified. They are mixed. They are not in pure goodness. Pure goodness is transcendental. In purified goodness, one can understand the real nature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As long as one faith is not completely in purified goodness, the faith is subject to contamination by any of the modes of material nature. The contaminated modes of material nature expands to the heart.
Yeah. So this contaminated modes means what is all Swabhavajam. Okay. They are all coming because of his association with the modes of nature. What is real nature is the Shastri Shraddha. Yeah, continue.
Therefore, according to the position of the heart in contact with the particular mode of material nature, one's faith is established. It should be understood that if one's heart is in the mode of goodness, his faith is also in the mode of goodness. If his heart is in the mode of passion, his faith is also in the mode of passion. And if his heart is in the mode of darkness, illusion, his faith is also thus contaminated. Thus we find different types of faith in this world, and there are different types of religions with different types of faith.
Yeah. Yeah. So if we have understood you. Continue.
The real principle of religious faith is situated in the mode of pure goodness. But because of thought is tainted, we find different types of religious principles. Thus, according to different types of faith, there are different kinds of worship.
Yeah. So different kinds of faith will lead to different kinds of worship. If so, as we described, two types. Shastri Shraddha is there, they will worship Vishnu, Krishna. If the person is having faith, Swabhavajam Shraddha, not based on scripture, then he will worship different kinds of people. Some demigod he will worship as per his faith, or if he is having goodness, passion, ignorance, all these three types of people, Swabhavjam Shraddha will worship different kinds of entities. That will be mentioned in next verse. Okay, so before we go to that verse, we'll read. Yes, Baldev Vidabhushan's commentary. Yeah, please read.
Though faith itself is a function of Sattva-guna, it becomes three types of faith for the embodied soul possessing an internal organ whose very nature is to hold the impressions of how. Note, the internal organ or antarkarana refers to the subtle internal organ consisting of mind, intelligence, false ego, and memory, chitta. The internal organ, sattvam, is composed of three gunas, and corresponding to that, the faith of all living entities appears. The faith of the internal organ, predominated by sattva-guna, is sattvic.
Yeah, so where is this faith residing? It resides in Antakarana. Okay, Antakarana. What is it made up of? Mind, intelligence, ahankara, man, buddhi, ahankara, chitta. These four things together are called Antakarana. Okay, four together. Okay. So this internal organ is composed of the three gunas. From where did these three gunas come? From the material nature. That's what he associated with. The faith of all living entity appears. Mm. And faith of the internal organ predominated by Satuguna is Sattvic and Rajaguna is Rajsasik, Tamoguna is Tamsik. Yeah. Please read here.
The ordinary person, I am Purusha, the worshipper who has an object of worship endowed with one of three types of faith, Shraddhamaya, will be faithful to one of three respective types of objects. Devas, Yakshas, Pretas, Shraddha. The worshipper becomes endowed with the qualities of the deity worship.
Yeah. Yeah. So whatever he worships, the deity he is worshipping, that only will make his faith. He will become like that. So Krishna says, one who worships Devtas will go to the planet of Devtas. Correct. Those who worship the Yakshas, they will go to the planet of Yakshas. Those who worship the Pitris, they will go to the planet of Pitris, Pitrilok. Those who worship me will come to me. Krishna said in 9th chapter. Like the same thing here. Okay. These are the three categories people worship in Swabhavajam Shraddha. What? Devatas, Yakshas or Rakshasas, and Bhut and Pretas in Tamoguna. That will be told in next verse by Krishna. Okay. Yajante Sat. Okay. Any question is there? Somebody had raised hand.
Yes, Praji.
Yeah.
So one doubt, Praji. So you said there are two Swabhavaja and then one is Shastrija. So we can understand in perspective of Vedas, but what about the other religions which they claim that there are also scriptures coming from Supreme Person or the Absolute Truth, uh, but and again they are also curtailing themselves to some degree. They are following the Shastras, not their own nature. But we understand that they may not be on the same level. So which category they will be, Prabhuji?
Yeah. So here it was told, Prabhupada told, he put them in this category of Swabhavajam only. Yeah, here. Mm. Yeah, this only, I think. Yeah, this slide. Yeah. So thus we find different types of faith in this world. And there are different types of religions due to different types of faith. Okay. So these are all put in Swabhavajam Shraddha only. Basically, the criteria is that only. If they are worshipping Vishnu or Krishna or the Supreme as Vishnu and Krishna, if they have that understanding, that religion, whichever religion it is, if they have that understanding, like Allah means the Almighty. Okay, so now what is their exactly their scripture saying? I don't know detail. Uh, what they say, they have the prophet who is the Muhammad is there, other things are there, and but that Allah, what is their actual consideration? I don't know. And even in Christianity, the Jesus is the devotee, and Christ he is God. So what is their understanding of Christ? I don't know. They most of the times say about maximum highest is paradise kind of thing, which is Swarga. Okay, and like those things. So they don't have understanding beyond the Swarga, even in Islam or in Christianity, as far as I know. So they don't have any understanding of the spiritual world, existence, permanent existence of something like that. I don't know
Yes.
exactly. So, but Prabhupada is putting them in Swabhavjam only. That's what here he is saying in this purport. Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
Guruji.
let's go to the next verse. Uh, yeah, so one thing you said that, yeah, they don't worship, they don't worship according to their own whims, but but they worship according to some rules which were given in their scriptures. That comes in the, we'll come to this chart again. That's in the category of Swabhavjam Shraddha, but in that also two are there. As you remember, first slide I showed, Kam Karatah, who are
Yes.
doing Kam Karata, they are not Kam Karata, they are not just wanting to enjoy, but they are higher than them. They are worshipping somebody with rules and regulations, but that rules and regulations is not Shastri Shraddha. Okay,
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, so we'll see this verse. Yeah, fourth verse. Yajante satvika devan yaksharakshams rajasah pretan bhut ganams chanye yajante tamasa janah. Okay, somebody else can do it. Yeah, Chaitanya Prabhu, you want to read? Or are you outside? Is it
No,
possible?
I can read.
Yeah, please read.
I'm audible.
Yeah.
The men in the mode of goodness, Sattvic Jana, worship Yajanti, the demigods, Devan. Those in the mode of passion, Rajasa, worship the Yakshas and Rakshasas, Varsha Rakshas. And others, Anye, in the mode of ignorance, Tamasa, worship Yajanti, release of the dead, Preta, and ghosts, Bhuta, Ganana.
Yeah, so now Krishna is specifically telling those who are worshipping the Swabhavajam Shraddha they have. Okay, so they had three categories: Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So whom do they worship? So those who are Sattvika, they worship Devan, and those who are in Rajoguna, they worship Yaksha and Rakshasa, and those who are in the Tamas Jana, so they worship Preta, Bhuta, Gana, Ancha, Anye, and others. So these are the three types of worshippers and three types of the deities which they worship. But all three are not based on scriptures. Okay. Not this Shastri Shraddha. Yeah. Yeah, please read.
Purpose by Srila Prabhupada, in these words, the Supreme Personality of Godhead describes different kinds of worshippers according to their external activity. According to the scriptural injunction, only the Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipable. But those who are not very conversant with or faithful to the scriptural injunctions worship different objects according to their specific situation in the modes of material. Those who are situated in the goodness generally worship the demigods. The demigods includes Brahma, Shiva, and others such as Indra, Chandra, and the sun god. There are various demigods.
Yeah. So, yeah, Prabhupada is saying here those who are not having Shastri Shraddha, so they are, according to scriptural injunction, only Supreme Personality of Godhead. As I told, only Vishnu or Krishna to be worshipped. Okay. Only Vishnu Tattva. Others like Vamandev, Varahadev, Narasimhadev, Vishnu Tattvas, or Krishna. That is what scriptural injunction is. But those who are not very conversant or faithful to scriptures, they worship different objects according to their specific situation. What is the meaning of situation? It means they are associating with material modes of nature. Whatever modes they have associated with, that worship they will do. If they are associated with Tamoguna, they will worship the Bhut and Preta. If they are associated with Rajoguna, they will worship Yaksha and Rakshasagana. They are associated with Satyaguna, they will worship demigods. Like that. What are the demigods they will worship? Brahma, Shiva, and Indra, Chandra, like that. Okay. So later we will see Hiranyakashipu, he worshipped Brahmaji. Ravana, he worshipped Shiva. So are they the Sattvic Sattva people? No, they are not Sattva people where they are worshipping because of some circumstance. They want something from that personality. They are worshipping according to some circumstance. That's why they are worshipping Brahma or Shiva. They are not natural worshippers of Brahma and Shiva or other demigods. Yeah. Read.
Those in goodness worship a particular demigod for a
Okay, yes,
particular
sound is
purpose.
not very clear. Maybe somebody else can
Hare
read.
Krishna.
It is coming, but
Yes,
it's
sir.
like
I will remove
from
the.
very, very far distance somebody is speaking
Hare
like
Krishna.
that. Yeah, now it's better. Who is speaking? You are only speaking. Yeah,
So
read.
those in goodness worship a particular demigod for a particular purpose. Similarly, those who are in the mode of passion worship the demons. We recall that during the Second World War, a man in Calcutta worshipped Hitler because thanks to that war, he had amassed a large amount of wealth by dealing in the black market. Similarly, those in the modes of passion and ignorance generally select powerful man to be God. They think that everyone can be worshipped as God and that the same results will be obtained.
Yeah, yatomat tatopat. Yeah, so what everybody will reach to the same destination, whichever ticket you purchase. You purchase airplane ticket, you purchase train ticket, or you purchase a ship ticket, all will reach to the same place like that, they think. So here Prabhupada is saying example of demon. So the modern demon he is saying is Hitler, like these people. So, and the person who is worshipping him, he gave that example. Those who are worshipping the mode of passion, like we can see some people, some in village, they are knowing that oh, some ghost is living, some spirit is living in that tree, so they will go and worship in the night that tree, like that. So this kind of worships are there, or black arts, black magic kind of thing. Yeah, please read.
Now it is clearly described here that those who are in the mode of passion worship and create such gods. Those who are in the mode of ignorance in darkness worship dead spirits. Sometimes people worship at the tomb of some dead man. Sexual service is also considered to be in the mode of darkness. Similarly, in remote villages in India, there are worshippers of ghosts. We have seen that in India, the lower class of people sometimes go to the forest, and if they have knowledge that a ghost lives in a tree, they worship that tree and offer sacrifices. These different kinds of worships are not actually God worship.
Yeah, God worship means what? Krishna or Vishnu, that worship. Yeah, continue.
God worship is for persons who are transcendentally situated in the mode of goodness and in pure goodness. In Srimad Bhagavatam 4.3.23, it is said, Satvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. When a man is situated in a pure goodness, he worship Vasudev. The purport is that those who are completely purified of the material modes of nature and who are transcendently situated can worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The impersonalists are supposed to be situated in the mode of goodness and they worship five kinds of demigods. They worship the impersonal Vishnu form in the material world, which is known as philosophized Vishnu.
Yeah. So those who are in pure goodness, Trigunatit. So Prabhupada gave me reference of 4323, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudev Sabditam. Very famous verse. So when a man is situated in pure goodness, he worships Vasudev, Vishnu or Krishna as we told. Okay. So impersonalists, this category of people, where did we put them? Does anybody remember? Impersonalists, where were they in the chat? Do they have Shastri Shraddha or Swabhavjam Shraddha? I think nobody noted down the chat. Yeah. So they have Shastri Shraddha and we said that Jnana Yoga. Okay. Those who are doing, they are in this category of Sattva. Here, impersonalists. Okay, Sattva, but they have Shastri Shraddha because they are worshipping Vishnu or Krishna only, but their goal is to get liberation or merge into Brahman. They are here. Okay. Yeah, they are supposed to be situated in the mode of goodness, but Shastri one. They are not in the Swabhavjam. And they worship five kinds of demigods. Yeah. So these impersonalists, they are worshipping this Panchamukh, what is that? These five deities,
Dev
Vishnu.
Panchayatan.
Yeah, Vishnu, Shiva, and uh, this Hanuman or Brahma. These five deities they have. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, but they worship. In that, Vishnu was also there, one of them. Yeah, and their goal is liberation. We want liberation. So the worship of impersonal Vishnu form in the material world, which is known as philosophized Vishnu, Yeah, okay, read this.
So these impersonalists are the Brahmavadis, right? You are talking about Jnana Yogis, not about the Mayavadis.
No, not Mayavadis. Yeah, Brahmavadis. Yeah.
Vishnu is the expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but the impersonalists, because they do not ultimately believe in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, imagine that the Vishnu form is just another aspect of impersonal Brahman. Similarly, they imagine that Lord Brahma is the impersonal form in the material mode of passion. Thus, they sometimes describe five kinds of gods that they are worshipable. But because they think that the actual truth is impersonal Brahman, they dispose of all worshipable objects at the ultimate end. In conclusion, the different qualities of the material modes of nature can be purified through association with the persons who are of transcendental nature.
Yeah, so Prabhupada is saying actually this part of the impersonalist also, Mayavadis also, he is bringing those who are mm, like not considering Vishnu as an original person. They may think that Vishnu is actually Maya. Okay, so one statement only like that, but otherwise Prabhupada is explaining only about those who are impersonalists, who are Brahmavadis, those who know yes Vishnu is highest, but their goal is what? Brahman, this impersonal Brahman. That is what is their goal, and they dispose all worshipable objects at the ultimate end. What is the meaning? As we discussed earlier, this Jnana Yoga, they have mixture of Bhakti Yoga also. If you remember, we discussed earlier. Okay, this Jnana Yoga has mixture of Bhakti Yoga also. A small element is there. Otherwise, this Jnana Yoga purpose will not be fulfilled. Correct? We discussed. But before they merge into Brahman, they are said to give up this Jnana Yoga because it is made up of Sattva. Okay, so that's why they are told to give it up. With and then Bhakti Yoga is Nirguna. So only Bhakti Yoga is what is told them to carry, and then only they are able to merge into Brahman. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. They dispose all worshipable objects at the ultimate end. Yeah. Okay. We'll read the Baldevidya Bhushan purport here. Yeah. Okay. Please read.
Yeah. So by Baldevidya Bhushan, the results of worshipping with the different faiths are described in this verse. Those persons who, with faith born of their previous impressions, worship sattvic devas such as Vasu and Rudra without the discrimination of the scripture are called sattvika. Those who worship rajasic entities such as yakshas, rakshasas, kuvera, and neriti are in the mode of passion. Those who worship tamasic entities such as pretas and bhutas are in the mode of ignorance. The prets are fallen brahmanas who attain an airy body after death in the form of Yalmukas, Katas, or Putanas, according to Manu.
Yeah. So again, three categories of people whom they worship. So first one, Sattvika. They worship some demigods like Vasu, Ashtavasu. 8 people are there. Then Rudra. Okay, 11 Rudras are there. So these people they worship. Okay, basically Shiva's expansion. And those who are in Rajasic, they worship Yaksha, Rakshasa, or wealth if they want, Kuvera, Nairitti, like that. So there are different worships mentioned. Somebody wants a Umas, they can worship. Somebody can worship Durga, like that. Somebody wants some money, they can worship Kuvera. Like these recommendations are there. Hmm. And those who are like Tamsi category, uh, these are all Swabhavjam Shraddha. Okay, they are based on their Swabhava. And they are worshipping what? Pretas, Bhutas, all these people. Yeah. Okay. So one important thing here is that the worship of this demigod that is given in Vedas, in the scriptures, but that's not recommended in scriptures. Okay. So this is very, very important point. It's not recommended in scriptures. Okay. What is the meaning? It's given in the scriptures means somebody has a faith already. He goes to the scriptures and asks, how can I worship Shiva or Rudra? The Vedas will tell, yes, yes, go to this section of Vedas, Sattvic Puranas. There will be Shiv Puran and all these things where you will know that Shiva is highest, or you will get Shakti Bhagavatam or like that Shakti Purana. So there it will be that Durga is highest. And then you will read and you will understand how to worship them. So Vedas are not recommending, they are facilitating their desires. They did not go to the Vedas and ask, tell us who is the Supreme. We want to worship the Supreme. If somebody goes and asks that question, Vedas will tell, scriptures will tell, yes, worship Vishnu, worship Krishna. But they already had their faith in some demigod. They went and asked, yeah, those who went and asked that, yes, Jo, whatever is my desire, tell me how to worship that demigod. Like somebody has a desire to worship Shiva. So he will be guided by scriptures. So scriptures are facilitating, they are accommodating these people of Swabhavjam Shraddha, Satviki one, Satvik Shraddha. Okay. Those who want to worship demigod, it's given in the scriptures. Why does the scripture give it? Why does not the scripture just uh, remove that part and keep only Krishna and Vishnu worship? It will be good, na? Everybody will be given to worship Krishna or Vishnu only. No, it's not like that. Because everybody does not have Shastri Shraddha. They have faith based on their Swabhava from many, many lifetimes. So when this option is given, at least they are trying to follow scriptures for worshipping that demigod, Shiva, Durga, anybody. Gradually they will elevate by worshipping the demigod and come to worshipping Vishnu. That's why the scriptures are accommodating. So the scriptures are not recommending Vishnu of worship of demigod, but they are saying that yes, yes, these options are also there. You can follow the things given in this scripture. So gradually, when they get a habit of following scripture, then they are going to elevate themselves and worship Vishnu or Krishna also after some time. At least they are following some shastra like that. Okay, these Rajasic and Tamasic, these worships are not mentioned in the scriptures. Okay, so they are not as per the Shastra. They are not recommended also in the scriptures. And they are not given also. Not given in scriptures. That is the difference between these three categories. Now you remember the word aho was put in between. If you remember that shloka. Okay. That this aho word was put in between sattva and raja and tamas. There Baldev Vidoshan wrote that sattva guna is made a separate category and rajoguna and tamoguna is kept in one category. Okay, this is second category and sattva guna was kept in the first category. Okay. Yeah, please read.
The pretas are type of pishach, evil spirit, according to others. Cha indicates the seven mothers. Note, there are said to be Brahmani, Vaishnavi, Maheshwari, Komari, Varahi, Indrani, and Chamundi, and other entities. Note, the Buddha Ganas are not explained.
Bhut,
According
not Buddha.
Bhut,
Hmm.
Bhut Ganas are not explained. According to some commentators, they are the followers of Shiva. Thus, the three types of faith arising from the different natures due to various previous impressions without following the rules of scripture because of laziness have been described. It should be understood that by conquering over their natures by association with the persons following Vedic principles, these persons sometimes come under the authority of the Vedas.
Yeah, so these are all Swabhavajam people, but how they can become Shastri Shraddha? By association of devotees. Okay, they can get the Swabhavajam to Shastriya Shraddha. That's what is told. Okay, so now we will pause here and just we will complete our chart before we end. Yes, so now we have got Sattva. They worship the demigods like Rudra, Vasu, etc. Those who are Rajasic, but they are also Bhavjam, remember. Okay, their faith is coming of the three modes. Then they go to the scriptures and if they are asking that whom should we worship? If they are in Sattva, then Sattva. The recommendation is there in the scripture, not recommendation. That option is there in the scripture. So that's why I told they don't have faith in scriptures. But because they want something that is given in scriptures, so they will follow scriptures. But they don't have faith in the scriptures. Okay, they want to accomplish their own goals, but they will worship according to scripture because the goal how to attain is given in the scripture. But these people, what is difference? They have faith in scripture and their goal is also told by scripture only. Okay, so when these people, these Shastri Shraddha people, so they have the recommendation to worship is given by scriptures, but here there is no recommendation. by scriptures. Okay, but there is accommodation. They are accommodated by scriptures. Okay. Why? Because so that one day they will elevate and come to this category of Shastri Shraddha. They can move to this category. So accommodation of the scriptures is for this purpose that they can transition. They can do. Okay. So like that. Yeah. So Rajas, whom they worship Yaksha and Rakshasas, Kuvera, whatever that examples are given. Tamogun, so Bhut, Preta, and Prabhupada said other powerful entities like uh, the ghost spirits, all those things Prabhupada told also, right? And yeah, Rajoguna, he told one another example, Hitler, somebody was worshipping like these things. Okay. Okay. So these are the Swabhavyam Shraddha people. Okay. And first we discussed about Kama Karatah. Okay. They don't have faith in scriptures also. And they just do according to their like and dislike, which was explained in 16th chapter, last 3 verses. Okay. So what we can do, we can put them separate here. Swabhavjam only, but it will be Kama Karatah. Okay. So this is a separate thing. Why? Because they don't have any recommendation of scripture and they don't have any faith also in scripture, in the Shastra. Okay. But they have only their like and dislike they follow. Like they will do, dislike they will avoid. Okay, that is Kamkaratha. That was described in 16th chapter, last part. Okay, they are also Swabhavjam. Okay, so we will pause here today and tomorrow we'll continue with the next section. Yeah, any questions are there? Yes, Santosh too.
So my question is, Prabhuji, like, what is the definition of Shastra then? Which book should be accepted as Shastra and what should not? Because in many, like this Bhut Preta worship is also, I think, in some tantras, or it is the description is given that how to worship these ghostas as well. So, and they are in Sanskrit and like that. So, like how to identify which is a valid Shastra or not? And as you mentioned, Shastra, like Prabhupada was saying that Shastra is means according to scriptural injunction, only the Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipable. Then scriptural injunction should only prefer this, but in Puranas, we see that the version like the Devi Purana. So if we apply this definition, then whether Devi Purana is a Shastra or not.
Yeah.
So
yes, that here what is defined is that two types of scriptures are there, as here it is told. One is that which is accommodating the people of Swabhavjam Shraddha. Okay, they are accommodating that. Yes, okay, you want to worship like Devi Puran or this other Shiv Puran, all these things. Basically, Puranas, the three modes they are divided 666. So if they have like that, then they are also Shastra which is accommodating this people of Swabhavjam Shraddha. And there is Shastra which is recommending worshipping Vishnu. So there is categorization made. It will be told in the Puranas that okay, this is inferior Purana. Tamogun Puranas are the lowest. Then the Purana which is Rajogun, they are higher. Then Purana which is Sattvagun, they will be told it's highest. And there it will be told that these are highest. And there it will be told you should worship Vishnu or Krishna, like that. So there will be
can you
gradation made.
mention the reference for this project?
Yeah. So that's what here Padma Puran, when we see these are goodness. So I will share that maybe in next class. Each category is there, 6 Puranas in each category, and they recommended different demigods to be worshipped. So those which are goodness, like Padma Puran, or
Skanda Puran.
other one which our Shastras, like our Acharyas quote also many times. So those will be recommending the worship of Vishnu or Krishna, like that. Directly they will be sharing that pastimes, like that. So and it will be told that yes, this is highest, and others will say yeah, that is higher. And yeah, also obviously one more thing is that the Shiv Puran or in the Devi Puran or in the, yeah, these all Puranas, they will mention also that yes, this Devi is highest. Even Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu, they are under this Devi. Why that is done? Because otherwise, until unless somebody is supreme, how will one worship that person? Correct. So that's why that Puran will mention that this personality only is highest, and Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh all are under this Devi. Like that it will be told. They get Shakti from this Devi only, like that it will be told. Because until unless the person is supreme, you won't worship him. So that's why those Puranas will say like that. Okay. But it will be mentioned that yes, the goodness Purana is highest, like that. Yeah. So and then Shastra, what is the definition? That which both the types of Shastra, both are Shastra only. We have to see what they are recommending, what they are accommodating. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And one thing, Prabhuji, this impersonalist discussion, the paragraph was there that the impersonalists they say that Panchopasana to worship those 5 demigods.
Yeah.
And like they consider the Brahma is like mode of passion incarnation of Brahman and Vishnu mode of goodness, and they are all same. Anyone can be worshipped, and later we have to go in Brahman only. And this philosophy is, I think, preached by Shankarites as well. They also preach something like that. So, like, is it Mayavad or Brahmavad? Then Shankarites' philosophy is, I think, Mayavad.
Yeah, that is Mayavad, correct. Shankara philosophy is Mayavad, correct. Yeah. So this what is mentioned, I don't know much detail about Shankara philosophy, whether they worship these 5. Okay, that I don't know. But what
Okay.
Prabhupada is saying here is about merging into impersonal Brahman. In conclusion, the different quality of material modes can be, okay, this is different. Yeah. They dispose all of the worshipable objects at the ultimate end. That means they give up all the worship according to Jnana Yoga, and they contain only Bhakti
Yes.
Yoga to merge into Brahman. That is indicating that part. Yeah, and all the impersonalists, Brahmavadi, they worship these 5 kind of demigods that is there, in which one of them is Vishnu. And they know also Vishnu is highest, that is also there. But Mayavad, whether they do, Shankara philosophy, they do this, I don't know. That part I am not aware.
I think they also worship and they also recommend ki in starting you can worship all of this, but later you can give it up, and merge into that Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. That's what I think they preach.
Okay.
Okay. So this philosophy is of Brahmavadis, not Mayavadis.
Yeah, Brahmavadi. Yeah, Brahmavadi this is. Yeah,
Okay,
because,
good.
yeah, that's what is concluded here.
Okay. Thank you, Braj.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, then we will end here, and tomorrow we will continue with next verse 5 and 6 onwards. Yeah. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Thank you, Bilji.
Jai Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.